Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this lovely Monday afternoon. Man, we are here at week 6. I am your host, Skeptor, and joining me is my main man for Rocket League, Epiphany. How we doing, my guy?
Doing good. As you said, a beautiful Monday, almost 70 degrees here in Minnesota today. And I
Absolutely.
got to say, I've been waiting on it for a super long time. So I'm super glad it's finally arrived. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a dip later on this weekend. But hey, I'll take what I can get, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. The window is open. The birds are chirping.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is a lovely Monday setting for some Rocket League action, man. I'm ready to go, dude. We are already at week 6, Piff. I mean, absolutely flying by this season, dude. Time is just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Week 6 already, dude. 2 more weeks, and we're going to be at online qualifiers for Rocket League, right? Like these teams are, crunch time is already here. It is upon us, and they are getting ready to close out their seasons. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's absurdity, man. I feel like this has completely flown by. And now, like you said, we're already at that point where it's really down to the wire now. It is going to come down to those tiebreakers soon enough once we hit that week 8, of course. Once we go to divisionals to figure out who's going to figure out who's going to make it to state. So definitely going to be interesting to kind of see how things pan out. Here, a reminder for everybody that Rocket League divisionals will be online and they will be Monday, April 24th from
Yep.
4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So make sure to check those out. I'm not going to be here for that, but hey, you might get to see Supersonic again. We'll see what happens. No promises or anything like that, but we'll figure it out. Definitely coming down to the wire though is the main thing to think about here, Scup.
For sure, man. I'm with you right there. These teams are aware of it, folks. We have 3 games lined up for you tonight. We are kicking things off with Blaine taking on Totino Grace. That is a 5-0 Blaine taking on the 4-1 current Totino Grace. So a very big matchup to open up our evening. Followed up by St. Louis Park taking on Shakopee. SLP on 4-1, Shakopee on the opposite 1-4. So a little bit of what looks like a mismatch in game number 2. And then to close out game 3, we have Rogers, another undefeated powerhouse, looking to make a back-to-back, right? They are your defending champs. They took home the 2v2 trophy last season and now making another crusade towards a Rocket League title. They've got Elk River lined up to close out the show tonight. Epiphany, some awesome matches to set up week 6 Rocket League. Are you excited or what?
Without a doubt, it's going to be some good ones. Yeah, this first one we were talking about, Totino and Blaine, this is where you're starting to see that contest really happen. As you know, you've got that 4-1 versus 5-0. This is where things get real dicey for you, possibly, if you start to go on a downward trend towards the end part here. But also optimistic for both of these teams. They're both feeling good, probably going to make it to state. So it's one of those spots where it's like, all right, you still have enough time here to where if you did lose everything, you would be putting yourself in a bad position, but you're also pretty confident with where you are at right now. So right here, I feel like this is that match to kind of continue to solidify that dominance and make yourself feel really good, kind of going in towards this latter part of the season here as we approach state.
Yeah, you got some good points there. You know, both teams, the win means a lot, right? Blaine sitting at undefeated. They want to keep that status. They want to move to 6-0. They don't want to drop a game to Totino Grace, who have been on a good run themselves, sitting at 4-1. This squad has a lot to play for. They've had previous berths at state, so looking to make something else along those lines, looking to make it back there, like we were just talking about. But for Blaine, this is a squad that, you know, hasn't been really named near the top of the Rocket League standings in the past few seasons. So the
Right.
fact that they are currently on this kind of a push has to be a team and a school high right now. This squad has to be feeling through the roof, and they got to be bringing that energy into this game number 1 to open out the Stream Epiphany. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting both squads coming out looking to command the pitch early.
Yeah, I mean, when Blaine is like making moves like that, considering we haven't seen them at that level in Rocket League in the past, you're starting to really think about their possibility to sort of take the league by storm, cause a few upsets, and make things really go their direction here as we move forward. So definitely eyes on Blaine right now as that sort of underdog really taking over the scene right now, 5-0. So don't want to mess around with them. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad day. But either way, I mean, at this point, it's really, really quite difficult to have the opportunity of not making state. 6-2 or I believe 5-2 would be the worst that you could have. Possibly 5-3 if I'm recalling correct on like the math for this,
Well, the
but
last week is the qualifier, so it'll just be 2 more games,
okay,
I
two more
believe,
games then,
for
so it's
these
5-2.
squads.
So 5-2 is the worst that you can get. So I'd be feeling optimistic if I'm Blaine right now to really make some waves.
Yeah, man. I think it's got to be ships pointed in the right direction. It's got to be all steam ahead, and both squads, like you said, eyeing a folks. Number one of our team, we have our squad, Otino, Grace, and Blaine kicking things off. Blaine trying to stay undefeated.
Blaine, what can you do? Irondale, that's not the right team. It's okay. Production was a 6 throws on top of it. But hey, that is going to be QR Snyder with that first hit in. And it's going to be a good
Goal for
first goal
Blaine.
there for the side of Blaine. So continuing that dominance we were just talking about. A good start.
Not bad at all. Kicking things out for the side of Blaine. Your side of Totino, Grace in blue. Good save from Paul. And early pressure coming out from this Blaine squad.
Yeah, good early pressure indeed. You can start to see that SU Blues right now just trying to kind of work on that midfield here. We're having a bit of a freeze right now on our end, but back in control, of course, for the side of Blaine here. They look to gain back control, and QR Snyder. Again, another beautiful goal in. That's going to be a 2-0 start for Blaine off the bat here in game number 1, Skip.
Yeah. Tough start. Early Gino coming out. Again, the way of Blaine. It's Snyder getting his second of this game number 1, and we are still just now breaching a minute of play past. Totino Grace a little bit late to enter this one. But plenty of time to, gather.
Yeah, looking to find some kind of flat back here. Obviously, a lot of time. You got 3:40 on the clock to go just about. So at this point, it's really just going to be about the rebound here as George Snyder, of course, the one to score the first 2 goals. Now looking to find a way to get yet another one in. Now on to Natal Monkey towards the middle of the map here, looking to hopefully line this one up. Possibly a good hit to come through. Not quite there, but regardless, SU blows right now moving things along. George Snyder the same, looking to get things back in his control. Again, though, the ball passes on over. Now back on over towards the Blaine side we go. See if Paul's going to do anything about that ball moving over back towards his side now. And at that point, not a whole lot that you can do. It's an open goal. Paul did everything he could. Sky the same. It just wasn't enough.
Better offensive work coming out from the Blaine Bengals squad. Kicking things off that back wall. Defenders not able to recover in time, and it's a free setup all day long. Blaine jumping out to a 3-0 lead here in game number 1.
Yeah, now Blaine already looking to figure out how to line the next one up. We'll see if they're able to do so. Currently, task at hand, just get things out of your side and you're good to go. Slightly dodgy right there, but the teammate got that ball in hand, so no need to worry about it. But now you move things over towards that blue side. It's going to become a lot harder now. Get a solid defense off, but SU Blue is going to do something about it by moving things along.
Not bad play coming out from the side of Blaine. For the side of Totino Grace, you'd like to see a little bit more on some scoring chances, Epiphany, as we just reached the halfway mark of the game. And so far, it has just been Blaine unleashing an onslaught of offense.
Yeah, I mean, Blaine, they've consistently done what they needed to in these scenarios. They play them just so well. And now at this point, it's really just about the continuation of the momentum that they already have behind them as you look at opportunities like that, and that is exactly why struggle is coming through for the side of Totino Grace. Just not even there for the defense. Sky looks to do anything that he can, but that ball too fast to raise it and able to get it in.
Yeah, and now Blaine adding on to that tally, 4-0 now. really looking good here for game number one, Epiphany.
Yeah, looking super solid. And, the way that we kind of move things along here is a minute 50 on the clock. They got a little bit of time to work with if you're the side of Totino Grace, but to get 5 goals, I don't know about that one, Skep. That one's pretty difficult. And, again, another great example of how Blaine plays these so well. Right off over towards the right side. A good hit in, help from the teammates as well, of course, there. Now Sir Raisin looking to line up the next.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because there's almost no time for Totino Grace to recover and to reset and gather themselves. Blaine continuing to apply pressure and continuing to not let their opponents catch a breath.
Minute 20 on the clock to go. Pure Snyder with the ball in hand, looking to find some kind of opening here for possibly another beatdown goal. If you're able to get that 6-1, I mean, surely there is no way you come back on the side of Totino Grace. I mean, at this point, even you might just be chalking this one up, turning your head towards the next one to try to figure out what your strategy is going to be moving forward.
Yeah, reached that minute marker on the clock. We still see Blaine out in the offensive zone. And Totino Grace tucked back at home, trying to play defense. They're going to have to mix it up, though, coming out for game number 2. We definitely have to see more scoring chances come through for this Totino Grace squad. This is an electric squad when they are feeling it and they're firing on all cylinders. So they know that they are capable of performing here. Good chance here from Paul. Little passing play. A little late in the game, but it's good to see some efforts like that.
Now, 13 seconds left to go. This is just not looking like anything's going to be happening here for the side of Totino Grace. You can chalk it up. That is a 5-0 in game number 1, which I gotta say, Skep, Blaine, they've been looking good, but I wasn't expecting that kind of dominance. I don't know. Maybe a comeback to come through from Totino Grace, considering the record that they do have, but I mean, right now, this is definitely more than I was expecting going into this. Blaine really kind of looking final right now.
Yeah, Blaine's showing up, showing some undefeated form, right? That's exactly what that is. Coming out of the gates, firing from the get-go, not wasting a beat and getting out to the races here. And I really like it, right? A 5-0, you clean up on the defensive side of things. You almost don't give over any scoring chances, it really felt like, right? Like nothing significant. No. It seemed like 1 or 2 scoring chances for Totino Grace, but other than that, Blaine handled themselves with some class in the defensive zone. So we'll have to see. I need more aggression to come out, though, for Totino Grace. I need some angst and some feistiness to come through from this team here in game 2.
Yeah, Totino Grace, I think they're just having some trouble figuring out kind of how to get things on board as a team here. In general, you just have those instances where it's an open goal where you have people just not there ready for the defense when you really, really do need to be. You go in for hits and then somebody's just given up their position essentially. So this is where you really got to figure out how you're going to get that element together. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to keep a solid defense, let alone an offense. So we'll see how it goes going into the second game.
Let's do it up. Game number 2 underway. Blaine currently leading the set 1-0.
Blaine looking to find the next one on the board. We'll see if it can be done. TGHS now looking to line up one as well. Ooh, here as Paul is going to find it. That's the rebound start we were talking about.
Absolutely. Welcome to the party, Paul, as Totino Grace waste almost no time. About 13 seconds is all it took to get things rolling in game number 2. 1-0 lead, the side of TGHS.
We'll see Paul can continue to go big for this team, or maybe SU blows, looking to find one of his own. But so far, Blaine, of course, feeling it a little bit as they look to find a way to get the next one from the board.
Already delivering, though, coming out with a little bit more aggression and putting down some more pressure is what we're seeing from the side of Totino Grace. And you love to see it.
Yeah, you do. And, you kind of look at the way that things have gone here. This is
Good
where
shot,
Blaine, they
though,
really got to
Raisin.
figure out how to get a goal on the board. And, well, I guess it happened right as I wanted it to. A nice opportunity there for Blaine as they're able to find that good hit in. 4 minute 12 on the clock to go. 1-1 we're at. We'll see if Blaine is going to find yet another crutch to go up 2-1 now and take the lead. We'll see if TGHS, on the other hand, is going to find a way to get one on the board here. They've had marginal success. But now at this point,
Good ball
it's
from
really
Eshu.
about to turn up. And that is one close goal right there. We'll see if maybe something can be lined up by Paul. The answer to that going to be a resounding yes.
That is big time coming through from Paul. Number 2 of the game now, putting Totino Grace back into the lead. And I mean, really, I think it just comes down to going for it, right? Putting pressure onto Blaine and not just letting them kind of go around and play the game that they wanted. Stepping up so far.
Yeah, and you know, I think right now TGHS, so far so good. This is all about a momentum game, though. If you're able to keep things alive in this trend and pattern, you should be good to go. Otherwise, Blaine, they're going to find an answer back. Now Snyder moving all alongside over towards that blue goal. It's going to be a nice wall hit here. It's going to be not enough aerial, though, in order to maybe get that teammate to jump up and push things in, but still in control right now, going to be a Blaine player. We'll see if Sky is able to maybe line something up for the side of TGHS. Answer to that going to be no, but Paul, of course, the big scorer for the TGHS side, going to do anything that he can as well to try to get something going.
Game number 2s are always those grudge match scenarios. Really back and forth. And so far, no team wanting to give. Been stuck at 2-1 for a bit. Blaine desperately want to be the next scorer, but this offense from Totino Grace is really starting to pick up here, Epiphany.
Yeah, it is, and you know, I think this is the big thing that we had talked about last time we casted them, is they need to find a way to play things a bit more aggressive. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit more dicey for them. So we'll see how it goes. This is where
Wow, what a save.
a perfect example of that might be. No dice on that one, but now Blaine looking to find theirs in. It could be good, but no, it goes a bit too high. A block as well comes through. Blaine playing these ones so close, but opportunities running away from them right now.
Good chance, double tap, not gonna read. Paul on the redirect, ball out front. Big last second save coming through for Blaine. 1:45 left on the clock, and Blaine hitting desperation mode.
Yeah, and I mean, Blaine right now, like, they've done a pretty decent job of at least trying to keep TGHS at bay, but now it's all about that offense. And well, if you're Natal Monkey, you shoot that ball a bit too high, despite the fact that you had the open path in. The demo comes through in the air. This one has got to hurt a little bit for the side of Blaine, as now Paul is the one in control. Only for a moment, though, as Blaine looked to take things back. With the time, it's starting to dwindle away. TGHS getting closer to tying this series up 1-1.
Reaching that 1 minute warning left in this one. Totino Grace still up 1. So Raisin with a nice chip shot pass, and QR Snyder is going to even up the score at 2 apiece. What a little chip pass, right? Chip pass into a beautiful shot from Snyder, and that's good team play coming through for Blaine.
Yeah, I love that. A great chip pass, and then you just pick it up. Goes right in. No defense there for the side of TGHS. Now 2-2 going into 52 seconds left on the clock, just about. Blaine right now trying to figure out how they're going to be able to take this game away, go up 2-0 and shut down the efforts of TGHS. This one, of course, a lot closer than that first game. At Blaine, they look to maintain dominance. We'll see how they do it.
Totino definitely would like to avoid overtime here. They've worked really hard in this game, trying to pull it back, trying to walk away and skate by with a win here in regulation, but we'll see now. Things evened up. Blaine with a scoring chance. Not going to happen. Good defense from Totino Grace. Uh-oh, that's a wide open goal, and Schneider has just taken the lead back by storm. A loose ball, he gets there first, and then nobody home for Totino Grace. And that's a difference maker, Epiphany.
It is a difference maker. Now Blaine finding a way to get things back in their control. They take the steering wheel once again, and TGHS starting to feel the struggle, starting to feel the burn once again. Now 10 seconds to get one on the board. Otherwise, this one has just fallen completely out of your hands and dropped the ball almost quite literally here as Sky is do anything that he can to try to get things back on board.
Good
Maybe
shot!
Paul to find one, but no, it goes
Baby,
too
not
high.
gonna happen. Man, that was a good chance.
Yeah, that one
Oh,
hurts.
that hurts, man. I felt that one in my stomach. I'm not gonna joke with you, man. Like I was sitting up, I was getting up on the seat, getting ready, and then absolute great save, good play. I mean, it's really hard for Totino Grace to not come out with the W. They got the lead goal, they reclaimed the
Right.
lead up to 1, but then Blaine, like thieves in the night, it is QR Snyder with the equalizer, and then the go ahead, man. Big time plays from the Blaine squad.
Yeah, big time plays out of Blaine. They're looking to get one more on the board here to get the solid 3-0. 5-0 team right now looking to go up to 6 against a team that, hey, has been doing pretty well in the standings. 4-1 for the side of TGHS. Might suffer the loss and go 4-2, though. We'll have to see coming up in the next game here. But Blaine, I think at this current moment, they're just playing better. They're finding crutches when they need to. They're finding these scenarios and putting themselves in these scenarios that they need to be put in to win. And that is obviously a big factor in their success. So
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like in game 2 there, it felt like Totino Grace was the better team for the majority of play. They fall short because, sometimes playing the better game for the first 4 minutes is not going to cut it. In the end, Blaine showed that undefeated prowess, and they step up big time, chasing 6-0. They are now 2-0 in this one as we approach series point.
one more for Blaine. All it takes is this one right here. Sky, the initial hit off the side of TGHS, but the mental attitude, it's got to be in a good spot for TGHS. That's a good morale booster right there. You're able to get the first on the board. Remember, this is what happened last time. Blaine were able to find a way to get back in it in the end. TGHS, that's a good start, obviously. We'll see if they're able to continue to ride off of that.
Absolute snipe coming through from Eshu to kick things off for TGHS. And I think they needed to replicate that game 2 start, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Coming out, finding the 1-0 lead. Now let's see how they build off of
it. The build, so important. Paul moving things over towards that Blaine side. We'll see if he's able to pilot his way into ball control.
Good shot.
Maybe the same, able to get a shot in, goes a bit too high. Now trying to go in for the next takeover, but Blaine able to be there quick enough for the mechanical hit. So it's going to be Paul now having to do the defense. It's getting dicey. Blaine, they're getting so close. Paul, though, able to keep things at bay, move it back in his favor.
A long clearing attempt here. Still the 1-0 lead. Blaine trying to equalize, but it's been great defensive play so far from Totino Grace. As I say it, though, man. As I say it.
Yeah, and, this is where you start to see the way that things get played out. Sometimes it is just Blaine having that mechanical finesse, right? Like, if you're able to play on that level and you're able to maneuver like that, it's simply not even always going to come down to the teamwork, the communication, whatever it may be. If you're able to be like that, and you're able to just find goals like that Natal Monkey does, QR Snyder lines them up, it is just not going to be an easy bout for TGHS.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just a different playing level that Blaine is operating at as we speak. The squad is on right now. Totino Grace still fighting. But Blaine right back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, TGHS, they've just been struggling against the squad despite being really high up in the standings, so it makes you worried for them going into state if they have to play them, how they might do. we'll have to see kind of how that would go. But either way, Blaine right now, they're looking real good, and this is kind of what we like we were talking about before we started. We're surprised to see this is a squad that typically hasn't been like Rocket League intensive, and now suddenly Rocket League really becoming their bread and butter, and you can see it right now. 2-1, 2 minute 50 on the clock. Lots of time to work with, but Blaine feeling good right now, feeling dominant.
And absolutely showing that play as well. But a big chance, and Sky gonna deliver when they absolutely needed it. Totino Grace right back into the mix.
Yeah, and that's what a good team does. They find that rebound whenever they need to. So a good start right there, but now we are tied up at 2-2. Blaine, of course, also a good team, so
Wow.
they will try to find an answer back. We'll see if they're able to do so. Good initial hit off. Blue side going to be in jeopardy.
A big chance for Blaine right off the kickoff. Good shot.
I mean, when we talk about mechanics, right? You look at QR Snyder, the way he's able to carry that ball like that, unbelievable stuff. Now moving things on over towards that blue side. A clash
Oh,
comes through here. Sky next up to the plate. SU blows as well to take control of things now. Breast to Blaine as well, looking to flood that ball. Control lost for a little bit here. Now QR Snyder goes in for the hit. It's going to be now in control for Blaine, but Sky obviously there right again to get the hit on back, and no defense present at the goal. TGHS, they find it.
what a play. A big scoring chance coming down the line for Blaine. They go for a passing play. They end up bumping each other, and boy, it comes back to haunt them. Totino Grace able to run the field and put one in to reclaim the lead. They are now up 3-2 with 1:35 left in this game number 3.
Yeah, and you look at kind of Blaine right now starting to slack off a little bit, maybe got a little bit confident. We'll see if they're able to kind of use that to keep them in check, the fact that they lost those goals. So now it's up to them to try to get things back in the saddle and get the horse moving. But right now, I feel like this is where they are really going to start to turn up, if at any point they will, because they want to close out that 3-0 so bad. Surazen now moving things along over towards that blue side. The rest of TGHS there, though. Good aerial hit comes through. A clash on the ball towards the middle of the map. And then it soars over towards that orange side. Of course, Surazen there. Again for the defense.
Now, big opportunity here. Totino Grace up 1. They got to hold on. Playing for their series life at this point. Good shot.
I mean, Blaine
Played it
right now,
nicely.
I mean, this is really just getting so dicey. 30 seconds left on the clock. You don't want to get that game 4 pushed. You just want to close it out here. You have opportunities right now. It's lined up for you. You just got to find the hit on in, and now all it is for TGHS is just about stalling time.
10 seconds and counting, Piff. Things looking good, but Blaine on a last second rush here.
They can find it.
Oh my goodness.
Be hit
Good
by
clear from
Snyder, but
Paul.
Paul, he's there to intercept it, and that is going to be just enough there for the side of
Still airborne.
TGHS to
Still
close it
airborne.
out. Question mark,
Still
maybe
airborne.
a possibility. Paul, oh!
My goodness.
It goes a bit to the right, and so there will not be a goal there for the side of Blaine. But TGHS, man, they played it close. They played it confident in the end, and now we're headed towards the game 4, Scott.
Yeah, man, a last second scare to say the least there from the side of Blaine, but it's not to be. It's not going to happen. Totino Grace have secured a game number 4, and it was off the back of some really solid play overall. I like what I'm seeing. They got to continue that pressure for the side of Totino Grace, and they got to continue to make Blaine uncomfortable in their defensive zone.
Yeah, make them uncomfortable. I like the way you phrase that. So we'll see if this next one is going to really continue to kind of be a good trend for TGHS, or if Blaine are going to reel it back in and find a way to kind of go back to their initial selves where they were, 5-0 in that first game. So
Right.
we'll see if they're able to kind of cause a regression in the set of TGHS, or maybe just at least keep things a bit more competitive here and close it out. So maybe Blaine fans wavering and shivering a little bit right now, but you don't want to fret just yet. Still much Rocket League ahead of us.
Yeah, still feeling pretty solid. I'd say no need to hit the panic button if you are the side of Blaine. However, you want to clean things up and get it taken care of in game number 4. You really hate to go game 5. That's when kind of the panic button is most definitely hit at that point.
Yeah. 5 minutes on the clock as usual. Blaine, TGHS battling it out now to either push that game 5 or to close it out 3-1. Blaine now looking to find the answer.
You got to get back to what was making things so good for this side of Blaine. It was that onslaught of aggression. It was always going forward. It was getting to the 50 ball first, etc. So for Blaine, got to see that offense kick back into high gear.
Yeah, now it's going to be Blaine just trying to figure out how to get things moving on over towards that TGHS side. Natal Monkey, the one to get a few goals earlier in the series, looking to find another one. As Keyword Snyder as well, so raising the same, looking to find control too, but TGHS putting up a fight, keeping things over towards that Blaine side. This is how you want to be playing it if you're Totino.
So far, feeling good. Good chance. Denied at the line. Blaine starting out with a decent scoring chance there. Not a ton on the shot, but when you're up that close, sometimes you don't need that much. Big scoring chance denied again at the goal line. But it's not going to happen. Wow, man. For a second there, you see that Blaine offense. First shot, second shot, third shot. I mean, big saves from Totino Grace, but eventually it's just too much.
Yeah, eventually just too much, and now Blaine obviously trying to figure out how to get things back going for them. They've already gotten a good start. Now it's all about continuing that trend upwards here. TGHS now looking to find the control back in their favor. Sky, the first bump off over towards that orange goal, as Blaine as well. They look to line it up, but again, a good clash on the ball. Going to keep this one high up in the sky. The Sky as well looks to find something. Again, another good hit comes through from Sir Raisin, I believe, as Paul as well looks to get this one back in control too. But 3 minutes on the clock can indicate that TGHS got to get a move on. Blaine might as well too, in order to try to continue to extend that margin.
Yeah, I mean, Blaine trying to continue pressuring so that they don't really have to play too much defense, right? If they keep the ball in the Totino side of things, it really eliminates having to defend your own goal. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure. And you look at the way that TGHS kind of have played this one, it's been overall a little bit more aggression than they had at the beginning, and that has in the end benefited them. So maybe they waver in the defense when they start to feel that pressure, or maybe they really just are playing kind of at that balanced level that they need to. So Blaine really trying to test them though. 2 minutes 20 on the clock to go. TGHS still yet to find anything.
Yeah, now we have that 2-minute marker coming through. Totino Grace playing a good defensive side of things, but scoring chances like that are the ones that are really starting to scare those Totino Grace fans. You only make those saves so many times. Man, that one rifled off the post as well on a redirection.
Yeah, and now I think we really start to look at the way that this one has sort of gone. It's in general been Blaine just figuring out how to keep that solid defense when they need to, and well,
there it is.
Yes, I'm just gonna curse them. There you go. TGHS able to find a way to tie it up here. 1-1 now, minute 30 left on the clock to go. Sky, a good hit in.
Absolutely.
Now we start to see things heat up.
134 remaining in game number 4, folks. If Blaine can find themselves this one, they will close out the series. If Totino Grace can manage to sneak this one away. We will be approaching a game number 5. Ball on the doorstep, fan on the shot, and that's one that Blaine wishes they had back.
Yeah, I mean, no, a minute left in the clock. Blaine, you want to find something here. So racing just too slow with the ball right there. So not going to end up resulting in anything as TGHS. They're going to take back control, get that hit off. 1 minute on the clock to go. Blaine, they want to close this series out, but TGHS, man, they've put up a fight up to this point. Blaine doing everything possible.
The both squads kind of in desperation mode. Blaine trying to clear their zone, and Totino Grace going for the win. The offensive pressure really starting to pour through from this squad. Big shot. That's not going to go, but the rebound will. The rebound will. Totino Grace on a full attack. Blaine can feel it. They feel the pressure. They bottle up. They sit in their D zone, and that's the kind of pressure that will lead to goals, man. Huge rebound scoring chance, and they deliver from Totino Grace.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really push out at all, bro. Like, they just kind of stayed there, and that just hurt them in the end. So now it's going to be up to Blaine to really ramp up that offense here. You got 20 seconds to find a goal on the board. Not an easy task. The demo's coming through, though. The aggression ramping up. We'll see if this carry's going to be enough for Paul. Maybe going to be there to take care of business. The answer to that going to be yes. Eshu the same. Blaine, you got to get something going. Otherwise, Game 5 is on the horizon.
Paul airborne, Blaine with the last second chance. Paul with the deep clear. That's the nail, though. That thing's golden. Totino Grace, they come through. They steal another one. And now, all of a sudden, Blaine, from controlled, cool, calm, collected into a panic epiphany, we are headed into game number 5. And, I mean, Totino Grace riding the high of a potential reverse sweep.
Yeah, for sure. Totino Grace, obviously, like we talked about them going into this, that they're also a very good team. So it doesn't surprise me a ton to see this happening with a 4-1 and a 5-0 team. So we'll see if it's going to occur, or maybe the shutdown. Who knows? We'll see what happens as Blaine, they get geared up for this one. But TGHS definitely making them feel the burn.
Dude, both these teams are feeling the burn. We are approaching game number 5. I mean, from Blaine to come out with such a dominant start to the series into now Totino Grace, you see the confidence in their play, man. That full out attack in the last minute of play, not caring, right? Just going for it, playing for the win in regulation. And that is exactly what nets them that game number 4. Totino Grace looking to make it happen. Blaine trying to get back to that cool, calm, collected. We'll see who comes out in game number 5.
Game 5, here we go. Blaine, Totino Grace. The opportunity for Blaine to continue a flawless record or to take the first L of the season. Totino Grace to extend that margin and really feel that comfortability. We'll see how it goes as we kick off. It's going to be Sky in control here. The back and forth, though, definitely happening.
And so far, pressure from Totino Grace, and that is a huge goal coming through from Sky. An absolute rocket of a shot. Bounces off a defender and goes in. And that is legit. The last 3 games now been opened up by Totino Grace, opening goals. This squad has been ramping and revving up in the right direction.
That they have. It's been a decent run out of them so far, and you know, now at this point, I really do think that Blaine, I mean, they've really just got to return to that previous flow state that they had at the beginning of the series. I don't know what happened, but they were 5-0, and now starting to shiver as Paul looks to find the next one up. Blaine, beautiful defense right there, but now you got to stop playing for just defense. Get some of that offense going. Get some of that aggression ramped up. Otherwise, it's going to be real difficult for you.
Big scoring chance for Paul right there. And now Blaine coming back the other way with a 3-on-1. 2 players not back. The 1-on-1, Paul stands tall.
Paul stands tall, like how that rhymes, Skep. But now we'll see if Paul is able to continue to be on the ball. And the answer to that is going to be no, as TGHS looks to find a way to get things back in control though nonetheless. SU blows the one who had it before, but Blaine now back in control. SU blows a nice hit off. This one keeps going back and forth in the middle, but Paul, maybe a good hit in. No, good defense from Blaine.
Blaine still looking to get onto the board. Big defense coming through from Paul there at the doorstep. Now 3 minutes on the clock, and Blaine starting to get acclimated to this game number 5. Big scoring chance here. Gonna get knocked away from Sky. As now sights set on this Totino Grace goal.
Sights set. Blaine, you gotta find something here. You're starting to really lose your bearings. If you don't get something on the board within that initial time that you've already had. You've had 2 minutes and you just haven't been able to find anything. Now going into the 3-minute mark. We're past it now at this point. Blaine has got to find an answer back to TGHS. Otherwise, it's going to be really a rough reverse sweep here. So SU blows. So now Paul in hand looking to find that next one in. Paul from the top side. SU maybe misses, but that lines it up for Paul absolutely perfectly to get it right in. Look at that beautiful hit.
The demo on the goalie too. I mean, Totino Grace, dude, absolutely peaking at the right time. Blaine are in some serious trouble. They need to get this next goal.
It is so necessary. I mean, it is imperative that they find something right here, right now.
If they don't, it might all be dusted, because the morale and momentum that Totino Grace is flowing with is infectious.
It is infectious. It's definitely infectious. It's
big
viral.
Chance. What a save
now,
from
at this
Paul.
point, TGHS. They're looking to find another one in here, maybe for extra measure, or Blaine just looking to find anything that they possibly could. Time. It is just dwindling away, though.
What a shot. Pressure never ends from Totino Grace right now. Big scoring chance from Nadel, and that one's golden. Finally, Blaine deliver in what seemed like a one-sided affair. 1:39 left on the clock. They have activated. Now only down 1. Definitely enough time to make this one interesting. Game 5, it's all on the line.
One more to tie it up. Blaine, we'll see if they can do it. Good momentum to start off over towards that blue side, TGHS. Looking to keep things solid here, but Blaine doing anything possibly in their power to get one on the board here. Keep it tied up. You got so many goals before. All you gotta do is just to find a way to do it again, but that's gonna make it harder. Now you gotta get 2.
Paul Picasso is his new name after that sick touch. That was disgusting. Most faint little touch. Bar dizzy. Lights out. Paul is here. And Totino Grace up 3-1 now. Blaine don't know what just hit him.
No, they have no idea what just hit them, and now they have to figure out a way to get 2 on the board within a minute. Not an easy task when you already were down. Now the morale starting to get beaten to the ground as well. The reverse sweep looking possibly imminent here. 1 minute left to go, Skep.
Man, oh man, Epiphany, I didn't think we were going to be seeing something like this. Game 5 always delivers. And here we are, Paul, making it a 4-1 show out. Why not? Game 5, almost seemingly in the hands of Totino Grace at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, Skip, this is one of those interesting matches where, like, you might predict that it's going to be close, but then you look at the way that game 1 went, and you're like, oh yeah, you know, Blaine, they've got this on lock. And then you see what TGHS does, and it is just completely a different story. Blaine able to find a goal right there, but is it enough? The answer to that, of course, going to be no, but we'll see if they're able to get 2 for 38 seconds.
2 for 38 seconds is the mission right now for Blaine. There's still time, but it is dwindling in quickly at that. They got to be quick about their efforts.
Got to be quick, got to be speedy. We'll see if they can do it here, Blaine. The next one lined up here. Sir Raisin looking to find a goal. QR Snyder the same. A good hit off, but Paul, of course, there for the response. It's all about damage moderation right now for the side of TGHS. And within 10 seconds here, Blaine, they are going to be reverse swept. TGHS, nothing that you can do right now. They are completely dominant now.
That is gonna do it. An absolute reverse sweeping coming through. That is right. Give it up for the side of Totino Grace, man. What a show out performance. It seemed to be very much Blaine-sided. That's what game one would tell you. If you turned off the series after the first two games, you are sorely disappointed opening up the stream again to figure out that we just closed out that series. And Totino Grace brought it back from the brink of a 3-0, man. It's always a treat, man. It is always special to see a team manage such a height and such a feat, but you got to credit it to them coming out, playing more aggressive. And even game two, they came out and got the first goal. So 4 out of the 5 of the games, it was Totino Grace scoring the first goal to open things up and get it going. So, I mean, there it is. It is all in front of us. What a game.
Yeah, what a game. Blaine, obviously, so good of a team. You can see what they're capable of doing, but right now, TGHS, they have completely steamrolled eventually through that one in the second half. So they also, of course, look very good. Gosh, an interesting season right now. So we'll see how things go. But folks, we are going to send it to a short break while we get this next match ready to go. Coming up after it, though, going to be a good one. It's going to be an awesome match between St. Louis Park and Shakopee. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3 kicks. Sarah moving in. What a flick. Oh my God, Mel's doing it. 3 kills. My goodness, are you kidding me, Mel?
Noya just does it all. Alaric goes, and Noya just does it again.
Never done.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
He just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rubs Panda throwing that now. Rubs Panda kicking off
it's
the 1-2.
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the
hot.
firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Go tell me the third! Take fourth! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has to.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are preparing ourselves for our second series of the evening. As Epiphany said earlier, we got St. Louis Park kicking it off against Shakopee coming out for our second series of the evening. St. Louis Park boasting a record of 4-1. Shakopee the opposite at 1-4. So as we look at it going into it right now, St. Louis Park, you got to say the favorite for the matchup, but we have seen this Shakopee squad pull off some big wins in the past. So can't put anything past them just yet.
Yeah, and this is obviously like something that we've talked about before. It's a very competitive league. So, honestly, on any given day, there's a possibility that, you could see a team like Shakopee come out and just come swinging. So, we'll see what happens. But obviously, like, as we know, records also do give us a good idea of how a match is going to go, how good of a team it really is. So, St. Louis Park, 4-1. And, this is where I think St. Louis Park, they do their thing and they go to that 5-1. They start to feel comfortable. Obviously, we'll see if Shakopee is able to do anything to try to stop that. But I think right now, SLP definitely the favorites, as you said, going into this matchup.
Yeah, just simply based off of what we've seen in the past, St. Louis Park, normally a squad they're around state, maybe not a high rated squad going into the event, but they're definitely there making an appearance. So a tough squad and a
Correct.
pretty above average team, I'd say as well, right? That's a good way to
Right.
put it. So we'll see how Shakopee fares up against the Orioles today, but a big round 2 matchup for us, folks. Also, after this, we have Rogers, your defending state champs, taking on Elk River. So, still, 2 big series ahead of us. I think this one's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be some fun, and I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, excited to get into it. I think Shakopee, obviously, as we mentioned, there's potential to make something interesting happen. Just like kind of that last match, you saw Totina, Grace, and Blaine really go the distance after Blaine comes out swinging. So maybe we start to see that kind of comeback story once again, or maybe it's just going to be a steamroll SLP 3-0. But either way, I think this is where we're starting to really see that, hey, Shakopee, they still haven't really been able to find their footing this season. So it's going to be back to the drawing board. I don't think they can make state at a 1-4 record. So at this point, I think it's really going to be about figuring out that chemistry for next time. And these matches obviously still so important because of that, because they allow you to be able to learn, and even more important because there's VOD now. You can review the stream and you can see what you did wrong. So
For sure. Definitely some stuff to look at, some stuff to think about going into next season. And as always, you still want to play spoiler, right? Play spoiler for some
Mhm.
teams. Hey, yeah, we're the reason they didn't make it or had a tougher run in the online qualifier, whatever it may be, right? So definitely stuff to look forward to. Exciting nonetheless. 2 weeks out from divisionals and the online quals for our Rocket League division. So we know all players setting their sights towards that week 8, and that's always a banger of a stream. I think we get
Oh
some
yeah.
of the best content, best hard fought series that we've seen over the years. So looking forward to that one on my end.
Yeah, gonna be a good one. You guys will have a fun time with that. Just like that's where really people are kind of ruthless because it all comes down to the small details. So when it comes to tiebreakers or whatever it may be, or just the matches in general, I guess, and the quality and importance that they really do have. So now getting ready to load into this next matchup of the day, game 2 out of 3 here on Rocket League Monday. SLP Shakopee gonna go at it this time.
Looking forward to it. SLP and Shakopee kicking things off right now.
Yeah, and you can see already early on it's going to be cloudy with that ball moving over kind of towards that blue side. It's going to be SLP as well, trying to maintain control of things. Shakopee as well, the same here. Look to find an early goal. That orange side currently in jeopardy mainly as Prime Oak looks to find a way to get things back in control with the brick wall. We've seen this guy before. We know what he can do. We've seen him go wild before. We'll see if he's able to do it this time around, but still, Shakopee so far so good on the early start. Right now wavering a bit as the ball goes towards their side. All about how we see that they defend things here.
So far, back and forth we go. Both teams trying to get a little bit of a holding on this game. as it's been a lot of just chasing back and forth.
Yeah.
High-speed game, though.
Yeah, and I think, you kind of look at the way that things have gone for the side of Shakopee. It's just been a rough run, but you have this star player, you have the brick wall on your squad, and that can be enough sometimes. So we'll see if he's going to be able to turn up. We'll see what he can do, but right now SLP, of course, they have the ball in hand, and they're moving things along here swimmingly. Both teams, though, letting a minute and a half pass now with nothing happening. Playing things pretty close here early on, despite the record difference.
Yeah, pretty even matchup, right? Shakopee's a good squad. The 1-4 record seems a little bit misleading overall. Maybe some FFs, maybe something along those lines, but this is a squad that has been around the state tournament in the past and has had a few chances to play. So, expecting big things, and so far 2 minutes of play, no Genos either side.
What can you do? Well,
What can you do? How
that's
about
gonna
that?
be a good. That's gonna be a good response to my question. Nice Ryotical goal right
Kick
there.
over,
As
brick wall, beautiful touch
Look at
pass
Shaka as
to
well with the
Shako,
lineup
who
there
puts
for that.
one away. Yep.
beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Easy, easy. Good ball off the kickoff for SLP, and that's a tap-in right there. My goodness.
Yeah, that was just freer than free. You're able to just get there quicker, and then a nice bounce off there. Good tap in, as you said. Beautiful stuff, beautiful setup. Just not able to get there in time for the defense in the end there.
All tied up. Took about a second to equalize the score.
Yeah, I feel like teams just kind of feel each other out in the first game a lot, which is maybe why there's that disparity sometimes, because teams feel a bit more confident while things start off. So maybe that one team being a bit more confident is what allows them to kind of get that initial, like, really strong opening game, or maybe both teams really being more on the careful side is what makes it a bit closer. But then as you start to see things go on, that's where the competition really starts, and that is a good example of that. 2 goals in a row, now 2 minutes on the clock. We'll see who's going to take it away this time.
Right now it's Shakopee on the pressure, on pushing things into that offensive zone and trying to make SLP make a mistake.
Make them make a mistake. At this point, you're allowed to do that. Minute 45 on the clock. You got time to kind of wait for them to do an issue, but there will be a point where you're just not able to wait any longer. So we'll see if they're able to get things back on track here.
Good bounce for Usher.
Usher, good bounce,
The
as you
tap out
said.
front.
Oh,
The backhand
demo!
goal!
It's
What's
so
gonna happen for the
close.
goal?
My goodness, Usher. No, that one
see.
hurts.
The brick wall living up to his name.
Oh yeah, absolutely a brick wall. That car maybe helps out a little bit in that scenario. So right now I think SLP definitely not feeling great about that one. Maybe gonna come out with the force, with the anger to try to get it back. We'll see if
Bobby
they
now with
do
a
it here.
chance. End tip, not gonna look. Good follow-up shot though. Dangerous ball. Dangerous
I
ball.
did not mean to hit my soundboard there. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, stream. There we go. My bad on that one, but not crickets. It's actually a lot of action going down on the field right now, as SLP is going to try to find a way to get this one back on the board here. Shakopee right now also looking to find a way to get something going. Ryotical right now with that ball. Moving things along here swimmingly. A nice demo comes through. Prime Oak now with it in hand. Oh, it goes not quite the direction that you need it to.
Yeah, now back foot. Oh my goodness, that ball looking pretty good. Off the post though, not gonna go. And now back the other way. Shakopee, the last second chance, denied. Overtime required. Game number 1. Who's gonna be the hero? Cloudy.
OT skip. We'll see if it's gonna happen. I mean, right now, Prime Oak just doing anything possible. A good hit is just not in the right direction. No teammates to line it up for anything successful, but hey, momentum
Shot.
continuing right now. It's going to just be more shots at that goal, but look what's open. It's the other side. Ryotical gets there.
Man, that's that kind of punishment. SLP off the triple commit, nobody home in OT, and that is absolutely going to cost you. Game number 1 goes the way of Shakopee, and already that little unsettling feeling, Epiphany,
Oh, yeah.
kicking in. SLP going to start to doubt themselves, right? Because this is a matchup that you do not want to come out and lose game 1. It literally, oh my goodness. Yeah, it hurts, man. It hurts big time because you got to be feeling confident going into a matchup like this. You got to be feeling like we're going to come out, we're going to take care of business. Now, the only thing to do moving forward is erase that game number 1, load back into game number 2, and reset because, I mean, right now, Shakopee feeling good.
SLP got to do their thing, got to play their game, and yeah, we'll see how it goes as we get ready to load into this one. But yeah, my apologies, guys. I meant to hit my cough button, but my soundboard's right next to it, so I hit the crickets. But
That was
anyways,
hilarious, dude.
yeah,
I was
dude,
like,
that
it's
was
so
funny.
sunny outside. I can't believe I'm hearing crickets. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. But I got all kinds of interesting stuff here.
That's
Maybe I'll use them
hilarious.
sometime on the broadcast. But anyways, yeah, SLP right now, we'll see if they're able to get something on the board. Shakopee, a good start, though. I think there's definitely potential for this one to go far, considering the fact that Shakopee already kind of upsetting our preconceived notions about this matchup.
A big start, right? A long series left to be played, but Shakopee starting out the way they needed if they are looking to improve to 2-4 after today. For SLP, it is back on the saddle and get your act right after that one.
Right along, we'll see if they're able to continue to get things moving in their favor. Shakopee right now, the ones to look to continue momentum here in their favor as SLP trying to find that early goal on. Maybe an opportunity right here is Cloudy with a chance of balls falling from the sky. It's going to be way above, but nothing right there to line up, at least for a goal at that point. But
Cloudy getting some boost, refilling the tank. Good shot, but brick wall with a big save.
and now Cloudy again with that aggression. Such an aggressive player, I feel like, always up in the business of Shakopee, which just that nuisance factor becomes so important in mediating the pressure on the map. So now it's going to be Shakopee
Big shot off the post.
looking to find a way to continue to get things in their favor. Now we'll see if they can get some momentum over towards that SLP side, but SLP definitely bringing the fight to them.
And this is an upset SLP squad coming out with something to prove after last game. But right now, Shakopee still playing it nice.
SLP, we'll see if this is going to end up being enough for them here, just to kind of keep that ball over in the range of Shakopee. 3.5 minutes now left on the clock. You would think eventually they'd be able to find some kind of opening here, but I mean, this one has been played very well, very aggressively by both teams. Lots of high-paced action. The mechanics, of course, also definitely there. You can see the aerial shots that come through. So well done. Nice clash on the ball in the middle there. Now Rick Wall trying to find that open goal. There it is. You're not able to get there in time. For the side of SLP and Shakopee, they continue their reign.
That's a big-time goal coming out the way of Shakopee. I mean, up 1-0 now in game number 2, and they open things out right, Epiphany. 3:09 to play here. And now SLP starting to sweat a little bit.
Yeah, SLP is starting to feel a little bit here as Shakopee, they look to find
That's,
something.
I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah.
communication must just not be happening right now on the SLP side.
I mean,
that goal's wide open.
I don't know if like they're overconfident going into this matchup and they're just like being given a wake-up call, or maybe they're just trolling and waiting for game 3 to start a reverse sweep again. I don't know, but whatever is going on, Shakopee, they are playing like a team that is not at their current standing, and they are playing like a team that well deserves to be at a higher ranking, as SLP truly on the struggle bus right now.
Good chance here. Shot gonna go off the post. And that was looking like a 3-0 lead, almost certain. But they miss out on the scoring chance. Oakwood now trying to make something happen.
Shakopee looking good so far. They've played this one exactly how they need to. SLP now looking to find the next one on in, but brick wall gonna make sure to do exactly as the name suggests and prevent any kind of opportunity from that ball entering that goal. So far, SLP, though, they've been able to keep things over towards that blue side. Cloudy, maybe the one to make something happen. No, Shako there again for the hit back off. Usher looks for the clash on the ball. With a touch for a second now, but the ball back now in the hands of SLP as they look to continue to try and find some kind of opening onto this blue goal.
SLP reaching a danger zone now here, Maniac. 150 remaining on the clock. SLP yet to net one. Or, apologies, I've done that twice now. I'm always thinking about Maniac when I'm watching Rocket League, especially SLP Rocket League, man. Coach of this squad. I'm thinking about the mental. I'm thinking about the wear that these players are going through.
Yeah, I
2-0
mean,
leads, not feeling good for for SLP, man.
yeah, I mean, I personally haven't seen Maniac play Rocket League, but I'm assuming if his name is in your mouth like that, he must be pretty good, I gotta say. So
He coined the SLP team, man. He made him a thing.
yeah, exactly, there you go. But hey, Shakopee now looking to find a way to get things to continue in an upwards trend for themselves as SLP look to find a way to get something on the board here.
Oh my
man,
goodness.
that was a close
How did that
one.
stay out?
What? Okay, that hurts real bad. Now you got only 52 seconds to work with to get to a spot even close to that. Maybe Usher's the one to do it. No, the speed, too much there for Shakopee.
SLP, absolute desperation mode. Another one off the post. Nothing going. Finally, Cloudy gonna find a tuck with 39 seconds left. But my goodness, it costed him an arm and limb.
Yeah, for sure. Now SLP. Maybe this is what you needed. One more goal to get this one all tied up. 39 seconds to go. It's not doable, but the time is going to go away quicker than you think. Especially going to be bad if you get scored on here, then you're definitely not going to get it. But hey, still a chance right now. Speed of the essence.
It's looking done. We'll see. There's a chance. Somehow not making contact.
5 seconds.
I don't know.
Maybe? Question mark? Possibly? No? Yes? Maybe?
No.
Ah. Well,
Man,
I hear Rick Astley. Hold on. I hear Rick Astley. I don't know if you guys could hear that. There's some nice, never gonna give you up Rick Astley. There's some victory music from the side of Shakopee. They're feeling good. They're vibing.
Absolutely, man. 2-0 is no joke, especially for Shakopee coming through. And I mean, absolutely stealing the early games in this series. And now SLP down 0-2. It is do or die rolling into game number 3 here.
Yeah, for sure. Do or die without a doubt. And, upset is what this is going to be if Shakopee are able to win this fair and square. So this is one more to go. And you could get a 3-0 against a team that is like literally, I think if I pull it up, your flipped record. So this is definitely one of those kind of scenarios where it's really interesting. Yeah, exactly. A 1-4 for the side of Shakopee, 4-1 for St. Louis Park. So this is where SLP, you lose this one, you might start to worry a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a panic button if you drop this one. This is a series that, frankly, you're supposed to be building towards making it to state. Now it is series point in favor of Shakopee as they look to close things out in a dominant fashion over a St. Louis Park squad that has been playing some good Rocket League this season.
I like the eggs in the stadium right there. That's unique. Something else. I like that. But hey, not all about the eggs, all about the cars. SLP. We're gonna find one on the board here, Shakopee. Just trying to close the series out. Ball in hand right now. It's gonna be brick wall with it. Chaco as well looking to line one up to find that early on goal. It would be a massive monumental start for the side of Shakopee. We'll see if SLP are able to find something though here. Maybe Prime Oak. A little bit too much on the top side.
Yeah, trying to get his team going, but so far it's been Shakopee who have been leading the dance through the first 2 games of play. Let's see if St. Louis Park can switch up the tempo and get going first.
Yeah,
Little ball
Shakopee, I
from
mean,
Usher.
you know, this is one of those scenarios where if you're just able to get one of those key players to just go big, then you're going to really be in a good spot. I thought that was 2 possible scenarios where that ball could have gone in. It was so close, I swear. It just did not. So close for Shakopee, but still lots of time to work with. SLP,
What if you could
though,
do SEO?
lots of time the same, so Shakopee maybe still worrying a little bit about it. But 3.5 minutes left to go. Shakopee just trying to find something here. Brick wall, maybe the one to do it. In the corner right now, the ball goes. Team helping
Good
to line
shot.
it up. Not enough speed,
Tip.
though. SLP
Wow,
gonna
off
get
the
there.
post. Brick wall. Man, oh man, Shakopee still fighting on the doorstep.
Yeah.
What a game we've had, though. Very even map 3 so far between these 2 squads.
I mean, at this point, it really just keeps becoming the Shaco story, the brick wall story. Like, the individual plays on this Shakopee squad are just so good, and you can just see the way that they make these kind of hero plays, which typically is coined as like kind of a bad term, but in this scenario, like, they're being heroes for a reason. They're doing exactly what they need to for their team, and they're coming out on an individual level exactly when they need to, of course, as well as a team one. So definitely should be feeling confident if you're Shakopee. Only 2:47 left to go before this one's yours.
Yeah, Shakopee, all they got to do is play a sound defensive game for the remainder of this one, and they should be able to clean it up. We'll see, though. SLP going to continue to fire until that clock reads quadruple 0.
SLP, what can you find? Good speed out of Cloudy. The consistent aggressive force from the side of SLP, but it hasn't been useful, clearly, in this matchup that much, so we'll see if they can come together as a team to get something going. We know how good these guys can be, but, I mean, really, they need to find out how to get things together right now to get to the selves that they know that they can be. It's Cloudy maybe looks to find something here. Shaco, the same goal, also looking kind of open right there for a moment. Chaco finds his way back on in, though. We'll see if it's going to be enough here to get something. Of course not. Nice demo comes through defense there, though, for the side of Shakopee on their own goal as SLP looks to take a couple hits in.
Now, a minute 25 left on this one. Shakopee continuing to apply that pressure in the St. Louis Park zone, and it's complete desperation mode here from SLP.
Yeah, I mean, SLP, they're just doing anything they can at this point. Cloudy trying to find something here, but it's just so difficult. Ball goes over towards the left side of the field. Now Prime Oak trying to find something here. Brick wall, the same as well. That hero player that I was talking about makes so many big plays when needed. Shakopee right now, the story, all theirs. Completely things going in their favor as SLP, they look to find a way to get something going. But Shakopee, they're just too strong, and I mean, you look at the way that Shaco is able to find goals like that. That is exactly why I say that.
I mean, Ryatical is playing goaltender for St. Louis Park. They must have looked back and thought that they had a guy in their net. It was actually an opposing player. You know? I mean, this is just hats off to Shakopee right now. Coming through, absolutely playing above what they put down throughout the season. and I think it's just a really, really good shot from this squad. This is a squad that we knew was capable of playing like this, just not having the success that they would have liked so far throughout the season. But this could be a turning point. You know, they can build from this for next season.
Yeah, they could totally build from this. We'll see if they're able to do that, of course. But, I mean, right now, SLP is just, I don't know, I'm just surprised. And that one was just a nice extra cheer on top, I guess. Skep, but that is going to be 3-0 series and in the final game now because of that final goal right there, SLP. Got to find a way to get back in the saddle for the next one here as Shakopee, they have steamrolled. Not in the direction that we were expecting, right? We were kind of the other way around, St. Louis Park to do that, but Shakopee, they came out and they won today, and they won well.
Dude, 3-0 fashion for a squad coming into it with the opposite record to, you know, their competition is just a hats off, absolutely spectacular win. You don't see that happen in many other sports, you know, like, let's just be honest. How many times can a team come in and straight up have a day, play like that, and get rewarded like that, right? That just doesn't happen that often.
Right.
So my hat is off to Shakopee. They earned it and deserve it after a major win and a major upset. St. Louis Park, back to the drawing board, man. Back to the drawing board, because
Gotta figure it out.
If you're a contender and you're building towards state, you cannot lose games like this. This means that you are not really going to make a splash at state, is what it means, because every team that is going to be playing at state is on a different level than Shakopee is on right now. And it's no knock to Shakopee. It's just the competition level in our Rocket League division is so scary high. Like, you know, I'm thankful that I'm not a player in Rocket League, because it's so hard, man. These kids, they're so good and talented at this game, and they've gotten better every single season, Epiphany. And this Shakopee squad is proof, living proof right here. You know, 1-4, and they 3-0 the day, right?
Yeah,
Big time.
I mean, we were talking about this before, right? Like, as a team in this league, you can come out on any day swinging, and you can break the barriers of what the records might tell you. And another perfect example of that right there. Another win on the day for the side of Shakopee this time around. We got one more match coming up, though. It's going to be a good one, Skep. Of course, it's going to be between Rogers and Elk River. Last season's champs, 5-0 right now. Elk River struggling a little bit, 3-2, trying to get one on the board to try to stay comfortable, or maybe Rogers to continue the nice hot streak. We'll see how it goes, guys. Don't go anywhere. We got one more game coming up.
You know we get it poppin' like demolishing immortals. No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3K. Sarah moving in. What a flick! Oh my God, Mel's doing it. 3 kills. My goodness, are you kidding me, Mel?
Noya just does it all. Alaric goes, and Noya just does it again.
Never done.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
He just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the
Hodgepodge.
1-2. It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge coming in hot.
Firebomb. That's gonna do it. like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me it's the third! Take it! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He had to.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you are still with us, you know you're a real one. We are approaching our third and final series of the day. We got our defending state champs kicking it off against Elk River. It is going to be a fun matchup. And as you just saw, don't let the records fool you. Anything is possible when these two squads can step onto the pitch here at Mnvl Rocket League, man. It is action-packed. Epiphany, ready for this game or what?
Yeah, for sure. And, we learned that's possible with the way the last game went. We know that that's how things work. You know that anything is possible, per se, right? You look at the way that Rogers is standing 5-0 right now. Elk River 3-2. It's very, very possible that Elk River could be taking this one away, considering how Shakopee, the 1-4 team, beat the 4-1. So, in other words, anything can be broken down at any point. We'll see how it goes this time around. Maybe Rogers, they continue the dominance that they have had forward as they look to try to get another state title under their name. We'll see if that's going to be the case. But right now, Elk River, they're looking to try to get another one on the board. And my goodness, Skep, what an upset it would be if it was against Rogers.
Yeah, man, Rogers is a team that has not lost many series of Rocket League over their 10-year plan. This squad has been a stacked one from the get-go. This core of players, Ren, Blue, Yumo back on the roster. It is just a scary, scary trio. And frankly, there's not many schools that can beat them. That's why they reside at the top. They're the upper echelon team to beat. And I think that Elk River is going to have their hands full matching up against Rogers here today.
Without a doubt, their hands are going to be definitely full as we get ready to load into this one. I think it's going to be about coming out the gate swinging. You let Rogers get that momentum on you, and things are going to become increasingly difficult for you. So I think right now it's just going to be about Elk River finding a way to get that first goal, get that first step going in their direction as opposed to the enemy. So I think right now at this very moment, Elk River, it's all about step by step, as opposed to even just the bigger picture. Obviously, you want to win, but how are you going to get there? What are the individual little things you're going to do to try and take down the very detailed attack that the side of Rogers will have on you?
Dude, I mean, the offense is never ending from Rodgers. The scary thing is they can shoot
Right.
from any single spot on the field. It does not matter. They've got laser precision accuracy, and this is just a squad, man. They're stacked from head to toe. So, frankly, you need to have the game of your season, and all three players need to be having that game because that is just what it takes to beat this squad, man. I think only 2 or 3 losses on their record over the seasons that they have played. So, just put that into perspective. These guys don't lose often. And when they do, it's a really big deal. So, Rogers, definitely the big dog heading into this one. Elk River going to be putting up a fight. And I mean, dude, no better way to test your mettle, right, than the best squad that's in the league, right? Rogers, undoubtedly the best squad in the Rocket League here at MNVL. So, let's see it. Elk River up for the task, or will the champs continue to put down that prowess?
Yeah, let's see them in action. Let's see if they're able to continue to put down that prowess, as you put it. This is definitely a big one. Rogers looking to keep the name alive. Elk River looking to take them down. Here's the kickoff.
Kickoff indeed, and already that ball being down in that Elk River zone. Early scoring chance. And this is how Rogers like to play. In your face, taking away your time and space. And that's an early one from Yumo.
Yeah, an early one for sure. And, this is the kind of star player I feel like we would want to talk about on Rogers. This is the guy that's usually making the big moves for this squad, so we'll definitely want to keep eyes on Yumo. Cool car from Glitch, though. We'll see if he's able to make anything happen, as Elk River right now looking to find a way to get that first step going. Got to get that goal on the board. How are you going to do it as well is the question at hand. I mean, the grace with which Blue just scored that goal, though. I mean, unbelievable stuff. Another one for Rogers.
Yeah, all 3 cars on the ground for Elk River there. That is not a picture that you want to see if you are cheering for the side of Elk River. Rogers are going to have a field day in this one. I mean, that ball was airborne, and nobody was jumping on the side of Elk River. So if this is what it's going to be, and Rogers are able to just go into the air like that, nobody's going to contest, then this one's going to be done and closed before we even get going. I mean, this Rogers team, bro, this is what they do. This is what they do.
I mean, this one might be in the bin here pretty quick for the side of Elk River if
4-0.
Roger. I mean, what?
4-0. Dude.
Dog. Like, you don't even see that. Like, there is no back and forth. It is straight finesse over the top of 2 players. Unbelievable mechanics out of Blue right there.
Snipe coming through from Blue.
Literally sniping in soccer.
Absolutely. Yumo, good ball coming out. Good clear to the corner. I mean, dude, we're at 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first game here. Plenty of time.
I mean, watch this. Oh, I thought it was surely going to happen. There's got to be something here that'll come from this. Renbo, maybe just a perfect hit in. Not quite. I mean, this just might be entertaining to, like, just watch what Rogers does, right? Like, the way these guys play, like, we've talked about Rocket League as one of the most, like, mechanically difficult, but also with the highest ceiling mechanically games. And so this is where Rogers, they show you exactly why that's the case. You see the mechanics that they exhibit. So it can just be so fun to watch them and watch them work. But right now, I'm just trying to find that next opening. But, I mean, consistently the theme here is that Elk River, they're not able to get out because they have to play that defense because Rogers is just so aggressive. Another graceful goal out of the side of Yumo. Rogers 5-0 already at 3:15.
Yeah, tough look coming out early here, but I mean, dude, this is I've seen Rogers do this for years, so I'm not really surprised at all. You have to be at a certain you know, level as a team to even be able to hang with these guys. And if you're not at that level, they end up just kind of making it a one team show, you know. But that's kind of what any good champion can do, I think. And this Rogers squad has been they've known where they stack up for a bit now. This is a special squad, a special group of players. And man, dude, they, you know, the thing is it doesn't even look like they're playing a competitive match right now.
No, it's like not the back and forth that we've seen like in earlier parts of today, where like teams are exchanging the ball in mid. It's crazy chaos, demos everywhere. Like Rogers doesn't even need to demo. They don't even need to exchange in mid. They literally just grab it at some point and then not even bump it in. Just literally carry it or just gracefully put it in the goal. It is unbelievable mechanics out of this team. I mean, look at Blue. Yumo from the top side there as well. Rogers, the grace with which they play this game, unmatched.
Man, oh man. I mean, yeah, Ren just came up to play defense. Like, that's exactly what it's going to take.
Right?
That is absurd, dude. That's funny, man.
I mean, I've never seen this ball over. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just perfect angle. Like, this
Way
is what
too
I'm
easy.
talking about, right?
Way
Like,
too
they're
easy.
able to get these angles like that are just so perfect. It's like they know exactly where to hit that ball and with enough force so that it goes in. They just gear up properly. They don't miss when they have a shot. And I mean, that ball, again, also always over towards that Elk River side. So Rogers is completely playing with their food 1000% of the time. And that is another solid goal. Blue able to line that up perfectly for his teammate. Smooth like butter, able to get that ball in.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is just... We're just over the halfway mark, right? Like, that's how ridiculous this is. Freestyle, why not? Good shot. Just off the mark. Okay. Off the post now.
Jeez, man. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Renbo something right here. Yumo now to pick it up. Blue as well, moving things along. But hey, look at that. Finally over towards the Rogers side is the ball. But Elk River, are they going to find anything right now? The answer to that going to be no. Again, Triscudo going to have to find something here off of defense. But Rogers, their presence definitely known.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They're feeling like Thanos throwing the Infinity Stones into the gauntlet right now.
Yeah, and you know, Elk River, I mean, right now just trying to do anything they can. Retro able to grab hold of things. We'll see if Rogers is able to take it back on again. Retro trying to put up a little bit of a fight here. Blue now carrying things along. Good mechanics. Yumo now looking to pick things up. Good teamwork. Here's the bounce off.
Ooh.
Here's the put in here soon. Again, though, Elk River here for the defense. They're trying to stay at least a little bit alive in this one. They're not going to win this game most likely, but Rogers still just doing anything they can to try to get as many goals as possible, and Elk River trying to prevent is the story that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, 35 seconds. Clock slowly winding down in this one. Rogers putting a bow on it. Gonna call it night-night. 10 on the board. Beautiful
That's
finish
double
from up from
digits.
Ren.
Double-digit scoreline right there, and another just solid hit in right over Retro. Right into that goal. Elk River probably not vibing right now with this one.
Nope. Not in the slightest. No vibes to be had here today. Not in this game number 3. This is a squad that is on a warpath, the one-track mind. Set on a championship, man. When you're this good, that's about all that's going to satisfy, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is...
These
I don't know,
week-to-week
Scott.
games don't
This
cut
might
it.
be... This might be one of the most dominant games we've seen. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is one of the most dominant games that I have seen in Rocket League. Unbelievable, 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 unbelievable. We'll see if this is going to turn around. If it does, then boy, do we have a story on our hands. We'll see if Elk River is able to do anything. But Rogers, I mean, now you know why they're 5-0, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, I'd say you haven't really been watching the Rocket League here at Mnvl. Rogers has been a squad since they came into the league about 2-ish, 3-ish seasons ago. They've been dominant, man. This squad has not missed a beat from a single week, man. Absolutely a titan in the Rocket League. And here they are again, man, proving themselves, kicking things out with a 10-0 win to start out this series. And I mean, striking the fear of all things holy into this Elk River squad.
Yeah, and I think every team watching this stream right now should be scared too. Like, you got to play on this level? Are you kidding me? Like, that might be kind of what they're thinking right now, because this is just such a hard team to really kind of go up against. So I'm really curious to see if teams are going to be able to put up a fight. I don't really know like who even is maybe the closest in skill to Rogers, because Rogers is just like kind of in this whole other realm right now. They are really, really, really good. So
Yeah,
we'll
man.
see what they're able to do.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. This squad has been on a different level for a bit. Here we have it, loading on into game number 2. Elk River in orange, Rogers in blue.
Well, Rogers, we'll see if you're going to be able to do anything to get this one back in your hands. Or excuse me, Elk River. I mean, Rogers, they completely have it. As right now already, though, that ball moving over towards their side. We'll see how they do defense now. As well, that's a perfect way to do it. Now, you get blue to continue to grab that ball, continue to move things over towards that orange side. A good hit in, possibly by Yumo. Yep, no one there to grab it.
Well, a couple people there, but just not making the hit, not making the play. Right place,
Yep.
right positioning, not able to make the touch. And that's the difference. Where they need to be. Missing out on that opportunity, and now Yumo makes it a 1-0 lead for the side of Rogers early in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what, you know, kind of Yumo's able to do here. But what we've seen so far is whatever he is up to is definitely useful to this team. So when it comes to the goals that he's able to get, it's just honestly incredible stuff. So we'll see if another one of those is going to be lined up here, or maybe Elk River finally to find something, or possibly just Blue to find one in from the top side. A nice hit off the top of the goalpost there, so not going to go in, but I mean, these are some close shots.
Close shots, but close is not going to cut it against Rogers, man. This team, you know, they might not get a lot of talk about their defensive zone, but their defensive zone is just as good as their offensive zone. So, for me, one of the scariest teams in the league.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that Rogers right now just continuing to have a good time, continuing to have a ball. Elk River not really finding anything whatsoever, but hey, I guess use it as a learning session.
Just about 3 minutes left in game number 2. And so far, back at it again from Rogers, delivering on a very similar game plan. Not as much scoring so far, but still same kind of game plan.
Yeah, same kind of game plan. Now Elk River trying to figure out how to get anything possible, but Rogers again just really using that speed, using that wall to their advantage, wrapping things around, setting things up so well as a team.
Yumo back up top, trying to see what he can find. Lets it roll, not gonna go. Bounce off the crossbar, and now Elk River trying to clear.
And Renbo, of course, another one on. And Rogers not finding as many goals this time around, but, you know, yeah, I think regardless, they're just still vibing at this point. Maybe they're not playing as aggressive as they were before just to play it safe or whatever it may be. Maybe Elk River's starting to turn things up a little bit too. That's obviously a consideration we have to go towards. They've started to feel a bit more comfortable, like, hey, this is the situation we're in. Let's just play our game. And so we'll see how it goes.
Man, dude. Yeah, this is just more of a similar story reading out for this Rogers team, man. It doesn't really matter who kind of meets their path. They kind of end up putting up similar results, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you look at the way that, like, this one's being played as well. It's, right, players like Emo getting that aerial, whoever it may be, and then you get somebody else from Rogers kind of sitting there, lining things up. A good exemplar of the teamwork that these guys have, but then you look at the rest of the league, and sometimes, you know, that's where some of these teams lack. They don't have quite that plan set up. They don't really know exactly what their game plan is going to be going in, and those discrepancies will make us that they have minimal success. But even those teams at that top level, to compete against a team like Rogers is just so difficult. As you can see exactly why that's the case right now. Minute 30 on the clock to go, and Elk River still nothing so far.
And there's Blue, a familiar face, reappearing in this one now, 5-0. And Rogers 125 away from pushing things to 2-0 in this set and being one game away from closing out.
Elk River, maybe just one for consolation. We'll see if we're able to find something, but I mean, Rogers right now just looking too good. Emo, nice drift over towards the side with the ball in hand. This could be a free one. Nice little reset there. Yep, goes right in. Beautiful.
Nobody home for the side of Elk River. Seeing that ball go up the half wall, realizing they got to get back, but Yumo's got a wide open goal. Tossing that one right on in. 6-0 and counting.
Yeah, I mean, Blue now over towards the side. We'll see if anything's going to be able to come of it now. A minute left on the clock to go. Elk River just trying to find anything, but they haven't been able to get out. It's like they're spawn trapped in an FPS, but
Yeah.
whatever it may be, whatever you might want to regard it as, it's complete dominance. Blue, there's the next goal off. Just Goodo just can't get there in time, and you got one player in the goal, but no hit off because of it. Retro just not able to get there. And Rogers just continuing to do exactly what they do best.
Absolutely. 50 seconds and counting. Rogers now starting to pour it on. And now Blue having a wide open go. 8-0.
Yeah, 8-0 for Blue, and or excuse me, for the side of Rogers. Blue obviously a big contributor of that. You can kind of see, like, right here, it's like almost a 1v3 scenario. You're just not able to find anybody there to intercept things in that situation. So Elk River just not able to get there at all. Retro here playing kind of that goalie mode. I think Elk River just gonna do doing anything they can to put up a fight here and just try to block some of those balls, but it's just so difficult when you have to finesse the mechanics of Rogers. So now as we move things downfield, it's Emo looking to toss things across. Blue looking to pick it up. Retro tries to do something, but no, the demo comes through. Here's Rembo over towards the top side. Is anybody going to be there for the side of Elk River? That's going to be a no.
No, sir. Not going to happen. Not today. Not this game. 9-0. Rogers all the way as they are putting on the finishing touches here for game number 2.
I mean, they might be able to hit 10 again. We'll see if they can do it. If they do, that is just wildly impressive.
I mean,
Rambo next hit over.
If they were
yeah, I don't
trying
think so.
their
Maybe
hardest the whole game, it would have been
would've gone
15 to 20 to 0. You know, like
this is true.
Rogers is taking it easy on these guys right now. You know, it doesn't happen often,
I think
but
so.
they are taking it easy on these guys right now. They're playing for fun. which is it's hard, man, because they are a very talented team. There's
Yeah,
not
and
it's not often that this happens, but it is what it is. Go
yeah,
for it.
and I could tell as well, kind of with the way that things had gone there, like compared to the first game, right? They started to just kind of play their
For sure.
game and chill out a bit. Like once they realized kind of what Elk River is up to, they're like, okay, yep, let's just play now. Because they're like, okay, well, they're not putting out much of a fight. We can kind of do whatever we want. So and now at this point is it's really just about continuation of your dominance and
Yep.
letting things close out here in the game 3.
Yep. Nope. All there. Rogers know what they got to do. 5 more minutes, and they will be looking to close on out, improve their record to 6-0. Elk River run into a tough opponent. I mean, this is what I said at the start of the series, though. This is one of the games where you kind of realize where you stack up in terms of the competition level that we have
Right.
here in the Mnvl Rocket League. Rogers is the cream of the crop. They are, without a doubt, the best team in the league. And, like I said, it's like a roller coaster ride. You got to be this tall to be on the ride. You got to be a certain skill level to even stand a chance to play against this Rogers team, bro. That's how good they are. I've seen them play for years now, this same trio. And if you are not at that skill level, dude, they clown you. Like, you can't even play against them. They're that good, man. Like, I'm so
No.
serious. It is ridiculous how good they are. Not many teams can pull it off.
It is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you're completely right, though, too. If you want an evaluation of where your skill is at, all you got to do is just play Rogers and see how competitive you are against them, and that gives you a pretty good benchmark. But, I mean, yeah, it's absurd. It's straight just dominance through and through. There's another initial goal from Blue.
I mean, it's to the point where Elk River is scared to go hit the ball, man. They're hiding in their net, Like, this is not how you win Rocket League games. You have to be
they're scared.
aggressive. You have to go out and challenge them. And to play into that fear factor only adds more prowess to this Rogers team than it should,
Yeah, and I feel like the guy that's trying to do any of that usually is Retro for
Yep.
the squad,
Seen it a lot.
consistently the one that's pushed out there, but then his teammates just not quite there on that goal. So this is really where there's kind of this incongruity of gameplay from this roster here. But yeah, I think Rogers right now, this is just all about the victory lap. We'll see what they decide to do here. I mean, they could practically just play defense and let that clock run, but they're going to try to get as many goals as they want here.
Yeah, dude. Just way too good. On a different level. Different playing field. That's all it is. 3-0 start. 4:05 left to play in this one. And now, yeah. Good clear from Retro, but other than that, man. I mean, this ship has run its course.
It is, of course, it has sailed away from the side of Elk River, and they're not able to find anything, quite frankly, right now, as Rimbo now just getting some absolute air. Elk River trying to be there for the defensive presence. Blue now looking to get the hit on off. No hit that time around, but his teammate, of course, going to be there to pick it up here soon.
Yeah, really good team play, and now just working on pass plays from Rogers, so I don't mind it. You're trying to set up, this is something that they've been one of the best teams at as well, is direct passing plays set up for shots. They've been a leader when it comes to that for a while. So here's Blue up top. Nice pass from Umo. All in a day's work for this Rogers squad, man. Like I said, the week-to-week wins don't actually matter to these guys anymore. They're above and beyond and past that. They're one of those teams that really is only interested in once things get activated, once we get to divisionals, once we get to the matches that matter. Because other than that, man, it's all in a day's work for this squad.
All in a day's work. It is light work for them. They are just
Ooh,
so
Retro!
unbelievably good. Retro.
Finally!
There we go. I am so proud of this guy. You have no idea. That's
breaks
what I'm
through.
talking about.
That's
Get
what
that
we're
aggression
talking
going
about.
and you get something. Love that.
Absolutely love that. Retro been pushing for a bit now, so to see him punch one through, maybe his teammates are going to rally, and we're going to see the last minute effort come through for Elk River. Probably not, though.
Probably not.
Probably
Yep,
not.
there's blue.
Probably
Yep,
not.
there's
That's-
blue with another
They're
one.
playing against Rogers, is what I forgot.
This is true.
They're just too good, man. You know? No disrespect to Elk River, no disrespect to anybody else. This is legit what Rogers has done too. All but like 3 schools in their tenure of playing. Only like 3 schools have managed to beat Rogers, I think. You know? Like this team is the real deal.
They're the demons of the league for sure. I mean, they are just not to be meddled with at all. 5-1. 3-0 in the series looming here. As Rogers, I mean, they're not going to let this clock run. They want to get as many goals as possible, even though they know they're going to win this one. As comical as it is, they're just going to keep trying to beat things down here as Glitch looks to find something, but no cigar on that. That's going to be Rambo again with another one. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, good shot, good finish coming through. Rembo going to tuck that one away. Now 6-1 with 2:12 left in regulation. And feeling really good for the side of Rogers here.
Rogers, I mean, this is just what they do best right here. You look at blue, you look at Rembo from the top side. That is another great distraction there by blue on the bottom. Rembo, good aerial. Absolutely stellar gameplay coming out of him. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. As Elk River now look to find a way to line something up. But, I mean, I just got to tip it to Retro, right, Skep? Guy was able to get one, able to get out. Beautiful stuff. So, definitely a shimmer of hope for the side of this Elk River roster.
Yeah, able to breach these Rogers defenses, which is not easy by any means. Took them 3 games. And it's just tap-ins, man. Bunch of tap-ins. Bounce pass, Rembo there to finish. 1:44 left in game number 3. Rogers going to be taking this one, though. And continuing on an undefeated crusade.
Yeah, this is Rogers, and then they get a demo off the rip. So, yeah, at this point, this is just how many more goals are they going to get? Like, how much do they really want
Wow.
here?
Wow,
I guess
pour it on.
9-1. I guess 8 wasn't, or 7 wasn't enough of a comfortable lead for them, so they wanted to make sure that they got that 8-point lead. Just to make things really comfortable in case Elk River get a few on the board. No, I'm just kidding. In all reality, they're having a good time here. They are definitely vibing.
Shot gonna go wide. 1:20 left in this one. And Elk River hoping the clock winds out. Maybe a running time. Ooh! Chance, tap in! Blue gonna take
There
that
it is.
one.
Yeah, 10-1 now. That's the double
That's their
digits
quota.
again. We'll see how much
That's
they
their
go
quota.
over. Yep. I mean, at this point, they might just let that clock run out.
What is that,
Elk River
30,
can try to get as many goals as they want, but I don't think 60 seconds is even enough.
30-1 in the scoring of this series so far?
30-1. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
30-1.
So to put it into perspective, 30-1. Yeah, probably the most dominant game of Rocket League that I've seen, Skep. So this is definitely something for the history books for sure.
Elk River has a good record. 3-2
Yeah,
is not
3-2
bad.
solid. Yeah. Like,
So that-
this is what Rogers does. They pummel
This is what
even
they
good
do.
teams.
This is what they
Yeah.
do. It doesn't matter if you're good because good's not good enough. That's what I've been trying to stress and say. Like all of the gassing up that I did for Rogers is just to show what level that they are on, because there's a normal scale, right?
Yeah.
Your Richter scale, you got all the teams, and then Rogers is like 3 scales above that scale. No cap.
It's like, yeah, it's like a scale and then there's scales above. That's
Yeah.
a great way to describe it. Yeah. Yep. That's why right there. Blue.
There you
I
go.
mean, just
Blue's
let
got-
that ball soar all the way over.
Blue's got 8
12-1
goals
right now.
Blue's got 8 goals. He's got 10 shots on
That's
goal this
absurd.
game.
That's absurd.
80% scoring rate on his shots. Like, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't feel real saying these stats out loud. Like, if I was a blind man commentating this game, I would think Epiphany was lying to me. But I would hear the goal horn going off so much, so I'd have to believe it, right? There's number 2!
I mean,
No, wait,
jeez,
no, it's
man.
Yumo. No, it's Yumo. I thought that was number 2
Okay.
for Elk River. I was thinking the wrong goal, man. I'm losing it now.
It's starting to
it's-
get too
yeah,
too
okay.
crazy,
I
too
don't know,
wild.
man.
Yeah.
Too wild. Way too wild. Rogers are always bringing it out. 13-1, 20 seconds left. And we can wrap this one up and put a bow on it, man.
Yeah.
Undefeated,
Put a bow on it.
undisputed.
They're feeling themselves. The fact that they keep getting these goals. I mean, they genuinely are just having a great time. Absolutely. Just in no other simpler phrase, demolishing Elk River. So yeah.
Wowza. 10 seconds remain. Rogers pushing for another. Elk River trying to deny. Let's see it. 1, not happening. That's it. Done and dusted. Wowee, man. Wowee. 9 goals for Blue. That is something absurd.
Yeah, I mean, we know Rogers' caliber, and they just show exactly why they're at the spot that they're at right there in that matchup. Unbelievable stuff coming out of them there. They just, they probably made that game a lot longer than it needed to be. You probably just could have gotten a couple goals and then called it done, but they made sure to really bring it out and get as many goals as possible in there before the clock runs. But Rogers, obviously incredibly tippable. Now they move to 6-0.
6-0 indeed, Epiphany, and that's a team to watch out for. I'm sure
Oh, yeah.
everybody's got them circled and marked as the team to look out for, and definitely the team to avoid in terms of a tournament run. But that is going to do it for now. We are going to head to a break. We're going to figure out if we're getting an interview underway. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. More Mnvl after the break.
You know we get it poppin' like
Demolishing Immortals. No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3 K. Sarah moving in. What a flick! Oh my God, Mel's doing it. 3 kills. My goodness, are you kidding me, Mel?
Noya just does it all. Alaric Rose and Noya just does it again.
Never done.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
He just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the 1-2.
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming
coming
in
in
with
hot.
the firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna win it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me the third! Take it! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He had to.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him. Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you sticking through the Monday Rocket League Week 6 action with us. We do not have an interview for the night, but we figured just come back, close it out, talk about how the games went, and overall, feeling pretty good about the day, Epiphany?
Feeling good. Yeah, interesting kind of dynamic today. A close game to start things out, then an unexpected upset, and then some dominance. So definitely interesting.
Yeah, dude, we literally had the most widespread set of games you could have. We had the Game 5 reverse sweep. We had a 3-0 upset, and then we had a 3-0 absolute domination. Overall, a very fun set of games. Rocket League always delivers. Want to thank all of the audience for coming out today. Want to thank you, Epiphany, for casting with me, and want to thank our lovely admins and production team and social media team that are working hard behind the scenes. They don't give enough credit, so make sure you give them some love in Twitch chat. As for that, though, I think that's going to do it for Monday, folks. We got some Smite action on the cards for you tomorrow at 5. So come on back here for more Mnvl action tomorrow. Until next time, this is Sayonara.